This question is about binomial expansion, and it says that the coefficient of x power 6 and x power 3 are equal, and we have to find the value of the non-zero constant a. Now, the first step that we have to understand is how to find out what are the coefficients of x power 6 and x power 3, even in terms of a. So, to do that, first of all, we'll try to find the coefficient of x power 6 and x power 3. So to do that, we'll just use the simple formula for binomial expansion. Now, normally we use NCR, a to the power n minus r and b to the power r. So in this case, we have n as 6. Now to get the coefficient of x power 6, we don't know what this value of r is. So we can just write r as it is. A is 2x square, so 2x square will come over here. N is 6, so we'll write 6 minus r, and b is a upon x to the power r. Now what we know is that the values of x will, for a particular value of this r, they will cancel out and become x to the power 6. So just taking the values of the powers of x, this will become x to the power 12 minus 2r. This will become x to the power minus r, as x is in the denominator. So we get x to the power minus r, and we are trying to look for the value of r, which will give us x to the power 6. So we write 12 minus 2r minus r is equals to 6. So 3r will become is equals to 6, and r will be is equals to 2. For x cube, we'll use the same thing, the same formula. This will become 6cr 2x square to the power 6 minus r, a upon x to the power r. And now in this case, we are looking for x to the power 3. So using the same values of the powers of r, we have 12 minus 2r minus r, and this must simplify to give us 3. So solving this, we get 3r is equals to 9 and r is equals to 3. So using r is equals to 2, we'll get x to the power 6, and using r is equals to 3, we'll get x to the power 3. And then as the coefficients are equal, we can just simply equate them. So we'll just write 6c2 2x squared to the power 6 minus 2 a upon x to the power 2 is equals to 6c3 2x squared to the power 6 minus 3 into a upon x to the power 3. Now simplifying both the sides, we know that 6c2 is 15. 2 to the power 4 will become 16. X to the power 8 is equals to a squared upon x squared. 6c3 is 20. 2 to the power 3 will become 8. X squared to the power 3 will become x to the power 6. And this will become a cube upon x cube. Now, as we are just because we know that the coefficients of x powers, because this will cancel out to become x power 6, and this will cancel out to become x power 3. So we are not looking for the powers of x, we are just looking for the coefficients, and they are equal. So we'll just use the coefficients, which are 15 multiplied by 16 multiplied by a square on the left hand side, 20 multiplied by 8 multiplied by a cube on the right hand side. So a square and a cube will cancel, and we get an a on the right hand side. So we can write a is equals to 15 multiplied by 16 divided by 20 multiplied by 8. Simplifying these values, we get a is equals to 3 upon 2. Now in part B, we have to find the coefficient of x to the power 6 in the expansion of 1 minus x cube multiplied by 2x square plus a upon x to the power 6, which is the same as in part A. Now, to do that, we know that the coefficient of x cube and x power 6 are equal. So whatever the coefficients are, we know that, let's say the coefficient of x cube was a, and the coefficient of x to the power 6 was b. So if you write x to the power 6, and we are multiplying it by 1 minus x cube. So to get x to the power 6, 1 will be multiplied by b to the power bx to the power 6. So this will become bx to the power 6 minus ax to the power 6. Now, as the coefficients were equal for x to the power, these two values were equal, and now they are subtracting. So when they subtract, this whole thing will become 0. The coefficient of x to the power 6 will be 0, as the coefficients of x cube and x6, these are both equal values. So when I multiply bx to the power 6 by 1, it will remain as it is. And when I multiply ax cube to the multiply by x cube, it will also remain as it is. The coefficients will be the same, and as they're equal, it will cancel out and it will become 0.